this video, we will go over the basic functionality of the Polycom VVX411 phones when connected to the CloudX service. We will locate some important buttons, learn how to place calls, receive calls, check voicemail, as well as view recent calls. We will learn how to intercom, transfer calls, as well as park a call. Before we get to those specifics, let's familiarize ourselves with the layout of the phone. On the left and right side of the screen are programmable buttons. These will vary depending on how your system is set up. Some examples of buttons are appearance buttons, user buttons, park zones, and speed dials. Along the bottom of the display are dynamic soft buttons. These will change depending on the state the phone is in. There are also some feature buttons like transfer, hold, voicemail, mute, and speaker. At the bottom of your phone are the plus and minus volume buttons. These control the volume depending on the state of the phone. When idle, it will control the volume of the ringer. When the handset is off hook, it controls the volume of the handset. When on speaker, it controls the volume of the speakerphone. There's also a directional pad for navigating the display and a home menu button to take you back to the main display. The first three buttons on the left are call appearance buttons. When you place or receive a call, it will use one of these buttons. To place a call, you can lift the handset or activate the speaker and dial the number. If you just dial the number without lifting the handset, you will then have to either press the dial button or activate the speaker.
Thank you for calling Xclutel.
Or lift the handset to complete the call. Incoming calls will ring on the first available appearance button. Simply activate the speaker or lift the handset to answer the call. While on an active call, the soft buttons on the bottom of the display change to provide you call handling options. You can place a call on hold. You can end the call. You can transfer the call, or press more for additional options such as conference. If you want to put the call on hold, you can either press the hard hold button at the bottom of the phone or this button here under the display, and it places the call on hold. This call cannot be picked up anywhere but the phone that put it on hold. To take the call off hold, press resume. End call terminates the call. Turning off the speaker or hanging up the handset will also terminate the call. Transfer allows you to send this call to another user. Press the transfer button, dial the number of the person you want to transfer the call to, and either wait for them to answer and announce who it is, or hit transfer to complete the transfer. Conference allows you to join multiple parties together. So if you hit More, and then Conference, you can dial the number of who you want to add into the call. It can be an internal or an external number. Once they've answered, you hit Conference again. Now all three of you are joined on the call. Your phone has some pre-programmed park buttons. These allow you to park a call, and it can be picked up from any phone with the same park buttons. Think of it as a system-wide hold, not limited to just your extension. While on an active call, simply press the park button. Anybody with the same park button will see it light up and can pick up that call. To take the call back, press the park button again, and you are now returned to that call. User buttons. These function as both a speed dial and a status. It will show you if the user is available or busy. Pressing the user button will call that user. We now see it's flashing, so they're receiving a call. And now they're idle. Well, now they're busy. DND, or Do Not Disturb. This is a soft button on the bottom of your phone. This will send all calls directed at your extension to voicemail. Your phone will not ring. There will be a small icon in the top right of your display showing that your phone is on DND. If you are not receiving calls, make sure to check the status of your DND. Forward. This allows you to send all calls directed at your extension to someone else. This can be an internal extension or an external phone number. This will not affect calls that target a hunt group that you are a member of. Press the forward button and select your forwarding type. Always, no answer, or busy. Always sends all calls. No answer sends calls if you didn't answer them. And busy will only forward calls if you are on an existing call. Use the directional pad to select the option and press OK. Enter in the phone number you want to forward to. This can be an internal or external number, and hit Enable. To turn off forwarding, press forward again, select the option, and select Disable. Paging. This will allow you to page over the speakerphones of all phones on the local network. Your system may be set up for different options for paging, like overhead paging or paging to remote sites. Check with your installer for those specific instructions. Pressing the home button will bring up the menu. Options here include directory, users on the system, redial, call back the last number you called, messages, check your messages, which can also be done by pressing the message button on the phone, DND, sends all calls to voicemail, and forward your calls to another number, internal or external. While in the menu, pressing the home button again will take you back to the main screen. This concludes our video on the Polycom VVX411 phones when connected to the CloudX system.